my God!
What's up, everybody listening on their radios? Welcome to Sports, Politics, and More, live from New York City. I am your host, Andrew Pollack, joined as always by the wonderful Frank Todaro.
Andrew.
Frank.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? I was just doing the intro.
Yes, I'm using my other mic my other new mic. I bought two mics. This is for my headset. Is this better, do you think?
Yes, it's definitely better.
All right. So I don't know if that's because my voice is getting better or my speaker, but we'll figure it out. Andrew, how are you? How's everything?
Well, I'm doing good. I was actually...
That's a good story, Andrew.
Well,
anyway... Andrew, today we're gonna. If you saw the rundown later on, we're gonna have a caller. We never have a caller.
Yeah, I heard we're getting a guest tonight.
A mystery guest.
Yes. Don't worry, it's not Durst. It's not Durst.
It's somebody Andrew knows.
It's somebody I had lunch with last week in the city.
I told you about it. Yes, and also we have today this week more news, of course. Big news with Trump, as always. He nixed the Iran deal.
Yes, thank goodness. Thank goodness.
I'm Donald Trump.
Yes, and he also is again at war.
I'm Donald Trump.
What is he? Who is he?
I'm Donald Trump.
Yes.
Yes, he is. You are Donald Trump. You're the Donald. You're the one who pulled us out of the Iran deal.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. It should have never happened because of Oboza.
Oh, we all know who made the Iran deal.
I'm Barack Obama.
Yeah, and John Kerry, that other weasel.
Israel only has two options. It can either be Jewish or do the right thing.
John Kerry and
that was the most anti-Semitic thing I've ever.
Yeah, everybody is
say out of their mouth.
Everybody associated with the Obama administration is a rat fink. Everybody, they're all spineless creeps. Everybody associated with that administration. I'm not. That whole era. If you really think about that whole era, from 2008 to 2016, it was like a disgusting time. Like,
this was the right word to describe it.
Yeah, every day. The only thing that made it fooled people and made it bearable was Obama was always witty and he was charismatic whenever he gave speeches, and of course he was presented as the modern patron saint of liberals. So yeah.
Let me be clear.
Yeah, let me be clear. But
you never were clear.
No, yeah, he was a shiesty ass. But Andrew, of course, I always like to play a clip, and even though it's not, I usually play a funny clip from our good friend Mark Dice.
Oh no, the AI is coming. AI is coming.
Yeah, but AI is always coming. But it's now. Listen, now as we are in 2018, every time you get an update on your computer, you see there's a difference. But if you notice between now and 3 years ago, just being on the internet is much different. It's much more improved, and it will continue to improve
Oh,
and of course,
God.
Amazon, of course, has Alexa. Windows has Cortana, and now Google will have.
Google has voice. You can even ask it on the computer now.
Yeah, I mean, I never like to do that. I don't like to talk to my computer. The only thing I will do is maybe on Google search. I'll hit the mic and look for something, search for something like that. But I don't really like to do it. I don't know. It's having like a wiretap in your house. But anyway, we'll let Mark Dice explain, and then at 8:15 we'll have our call in. Okay, so just
all right. We'll sit tight.
Detached from communicating directly with our fellow human beings, that Google's rolling out a new artificial intelligence assistant for Android phones and the Google Home device soon that will make phone calls for people to do things like book haircut appointments and even order food. It's just too difficult to make those phone calls yourself. Here's the company's CEO demonstrating their new AI assistant in front of a live audience yesterday. Then we need to talk about how creepy this is.
So what you're going to hear is the Google Assistant actually calling a real salon.
Oh no, I don't know to hear this.
Let's listen.
So how can I help you? Hi, I'm calling to book a woman's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd. Sure, give me 1 second.
Oh, it's so real!
So
At
funny.
12 p.m. We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15. Do you have anything between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.? Depending on what service she would like. What service is she looking
Hey, just wait until Google calls in and the Google answers.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's her first name? The first name is Lisa? Okay, perfect. So I will see Lisa at 10 o'clock on May 3rd. Okay, great. Thanks, great. Have a great day. Bye.
Notice that they programmed it to imitate a human so well that it even says and ah, trying to fool the person on the other end of the line, that it's actually a person. While this may not fool everyone into thinking that they're talking to an actual human, this is only the version of AI that they're making available to the general public.
Yeah. Just what's that noise, Andrew? What's that noise? What are you doing?
Well, that's my keyboard.
Well, it sounds like you're banging nails. Don't do that.
I'll type lightly.
You can't do that with these mics. Sometimes they pick up every noise. But just imagine, like I said, now that's the Google AI calling in a real person. Now imagine and eventually it will happen when Google AI calls into the hair salon and Google AI answers. So they'll be both talking to each other on behalf of people. That's insane.
Well, the thing that creeps me out the most about this, and I think you will agree with me, Frank, is that, well, the computers, and again, they probably warned us back a long time ago, they're going to take over everything. Your voice is going to be manipulated, and then people can play it over and over, and it can be edited.
That'll be the new scams. That'll be the new scams, and then I'm sure they'll have apps that'll protect you from that, from voice.
I hope so.
Of course. Listen, don't you realize every time they come out with something, the bad guys come up with something to hack or penetrate security, and then the security comes up with something even more to resist the hacks and the break. It's been like that all the time. It's just a big game. Eventually, then, like I told you, I think there'll be a good version of artificial intelligence and a bad version of artificial intelligence.
I'm very afraid of the artificial intelligence.
I don't know. Don't be such a technophobe, Andrew. Listen, it's only the AI and all technology does what it's programmed to do, and of course, as we heard throughout our whole lives in the movies and comic books, you can't let technology get in the wrong hands. If this technology gets in the wrong hands, the world will be doomed. You heard that? How many times have you heard your superhero?
I've heard it a lot of times, and quite frankly, it makes me worried.
Well, I don't think you should be worried, but What's even more worrisome is that people will become so lazy and so disconnected that they can't even call to make hair appointments. I mean,
listen. I'll give you an example. My mom was constantly bugging me to wake up early on Sunday morning. I got up late, and she's like, "What are you doing to sleep at 10:30? You're supposed to get your hair cut today. We talked about this last night. I was telling you call your hair person." And she was literally bugging me about it for like 15 minutes to just make an appointment.
So you could program you could tell the program, the Google AI, like in the middle of the week on Saturday, May 12th, make an appointment for me at here and here, and they'll keep a schedule. But listen, these things will work themselves out. They'll work themselves out. I mean, who if you would have told me, stop doing that, Andrew.
Sorry, Frank.
Stop. Well, I mean, don't you realize you're making noise?
Sorry.
Don't say sorry. Just don't do it. I mean, listen, if you would have told me 10 years ago that right now I would be in front of a laptop having a conversation with somebody and broadcasting live for an hour on internet radio, I would have said you're nuts, So just in 10 years.
You would have called me crazy.
Yeah, I mean, no, not crazy. I just would have been amazed. I mean, if you just look at the cell phone technology from 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I remember the big phone I had was what was it? Nextel.
Oh yeah, I remember the Nextels.
Yeah, I had the one that looked like a bumblebee. I
remember those.
The walkie-talkies. Yeah, those were the best ones. And
I remember those. Those were awesome.
Yeah, it was getting to the point where. I didn't want everybody to call me in with the walkie-talkie, but it's like, let's say if it was you and me, we would be doing that noise right now, the Nextel noise.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, it's the alert that somebody's trying to call you on the walkie-talkie. But
yeah, it really gets annoying, in my opinion.
Yes, but look at that. From the walkie-talkie Nextel to now, we could basically have a video call. Very easy.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, all right. So the technology's come. So, like I said, at 8:15, we're gonna have that caller, and then at 8:30, we'll have the news. A lot of news going on, Andrew.
Right, and we'll talk about the news.
Have you been following the news?
Yes. Have you been keeping an eye on
Eric Schneiderman?
Yeah. I don't know what to make of him, but I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, he's from New York. It might be a big deal to us, but I think he
all make mistakes.
I think New York has a bad habit of picking.
We need Pre-Perara. We need Pre-Perara.
Who is that? What are you saying?
Okay, so I'll quickly go into it. Last year, he was going to indict Bill de Blasio on federal corruption charges, right?
My name is Bill de Blasio.
No, Pete Ferrara. He was the Southern District Attorney for New York.
Yeah.
So, here's the story about...
My name is Bill de Blasio.
Pete Ferrara was going to indict Bill de Blasio on federal corruption charges. But guess who else got indicted?
Hi, I'm Ed Mandano.
So what do you think? So you think this is like a revenge thing?
I think Pete Ferrara will be our next Attorney General.
But I'm saying, do you think they exposed this, or they made it up, or whatever? They're accusing him as part of the revenge for him indicting them.
I don't know. I mean, maybe, but I want de Blasio in jail, and I also want Mangano in jail.
I don't know. All right, so. Hopefully, we'll have the call in a few minutes, at any minute now.
Andrew Cuomo.
And him, too.
Is
the jail cell.
Is the caller on the air? Is the caller there?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes. Is this Lucas?
Yes, it is. What's going on, my
Yes. Lucas from Westchester. How are you tonight?
Yeah, Lucas West. So, yeah, obviously, everybody...
How are you, AJ?
Hey.
Lucas is what you call it. He was on the wrestling page, and him and Andrew I read they had plans to make a podcast, right, Andrew? You were going to make a podcast with Lucas?
I was trying to.
So whatever. So anyway, I heard that Lucas invited. I think you guys never met before, right?
Right.
Right.
And then, so what?
Until last week.
Right. And then what happened? Andrew invited you to lunch. Lucas, is that right?
Yes, we had lunch in the city, right near Penn Station.
And what happened? Where'd you guys go to eat? Because I remember Andrew on his birthday last year went to McDonald's. Where'd you go, Andrew? McDonald's?
I don't know. So I don't remember where I went for my birthday. Didn't I go?
Yeah. You had like what was your birthday, Andrew, again?
Didn't I go to Chick-fil-A?
Yeah. What's your birthday?
November 8th. Why?
Oh, all right. So yeah, November 8th. I remember you went to you had a birthday.
Oh no! I went to Wendy's.
Wendy's. Yeah. What'd you have?
Like a grilled chicken sandwich. It's delicious.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was that. And the diet. What'd you have? A Diet Coke? You said.
Yeah, I had a Frosty and cookie.
All right, that was his big birthday lunch. So did he treat you, Lucas? Did he treat you to lunch? Where did he take you?
I think the place was called Bagels and Coffee. Is it right?
I don't really remember it at the moment.
So
I can't say.
Who paid? Who paid for lunch?
Oh no, we paid our separate lunch. I paid for my lunch. He paid for his lunch. No. AJ wasn't that nice to me, unfortunately.
Oh, what'd you guys order?
We had bagels with cream cheese, and I think there was some sort of side on it.
For lunch, bagels.
Yeah, well, to be honest, it was kind of like a breakfast lunch. I mean, it was still.
So it was a brunch. So
there we go. The big fancy word.
I wanted lox. I got lox.
Lox.
Oh yeah, that's what we added on. Yeah, that's what we added on.
Hold on. So then I read, and I was told by a bird that then you guys went to Penn Station.
Yes, we went to Penn Station.
For what? Why?
I gave Lucas the grand tour.
Now everybody, listen, I'll explain for the audience. Andrew on his YouTube channel, he has. He makes videos of buses and the trains and the MTA. I dubbed him the Angry New Yorker, Andrew the Angry New Yorker, because he's always pissed. He's always pissed at the MTA.
Hey, I will say this: at least when I was in Flushing today, the bus came on time.
Right, but listen, I'll defend Andrew. Andrew, at least that's traffic reporting. He's probably one of the best traffic reporters in the city, compared to what they have on the regular news channels.
When is he? When are you going to apply for NY1?
But anyway, so he tells you, all right, let's go to Penn Station. I'm going to show you something real fun. What does he say?
Well, basically, when we're there at Penn Station, AJ shows me around all the different areas in the station and
like what? What does he show?
Well, one of the most infamous places I can tell you right now that he took me to was, I guess, the area of where homeless people are, which he blamed de Blasio for.
New Jersey Transit Hub, yes!
Well, that's true. That's true. For a while, when Giuliani was in office in the 90s and even in the early 2000s, they cleaned that. They cleaned it up for the most part. You didn't find too many homeless people. Now it's back to the old days.
Oh, sometimes they'll even hang out in the Long Island Railroad area. It sickens me.
I know, and I'm sure that they're told, the cops told to leave them alone. But anyway, okay, so again.
Well, thankfully, I didn't notice it today because I was in a hurry to get the 146 train to Washington.
Come on, we got to move along. So Lucas, did you guys talk about going to Penn Station before you met him, or?
No, this was not planned. This was not choreographed. It was kind of just, we're going to get to know each other. We're going to have lunch. Then out of the blue, Andrew says, here, let's go to Penn Station.
I got a great idea. All right, sure. So he's showing you around to the homeless. And what's he doing? What is he introducing you to the homeless people? Because Andrew knows a couple.
Well, at this point, I feel very awkward. I mean, I'm scared and frightened because I think one of the homeless people might attack us because of the way we were looking at them. Mm-hmm. But
what did Andrew bring you? What is he's showing you? He's telling you to go to the zoo and showing you the homeless people.
Well, Andrew was kind of talking loud while they're right there, and I'm like, in my head, I'm just like, Andrew, please don't rile them up. Don't get them angry. Don't make them feel like we're guilty. Okay.
Right. So, all right. So then, what happened? What else did he show you there?
And then after the great and perfect homeless tour, we also had a tour for a bathroom. We had a very special moment looking at a bathroom.
What the hell is that noise? What is that noise? Andrew.
This is the best moment I've ever had on Spam.
I don't understand. No, Andrew, you've had some other moments with the girl. What was her name? The girl on Facebook. Lucas? Did you hear? I don't know if you heard that episode.
I blocked her on Facebook again.
He met a girl, a supposed girl with no. She didn't have any profile picture. Her profile picture was a cartoon. He met her at 11 in the morning, and by 2 o'clock, he made her his girlfriend.
He made her his girlfriend?
Yeah, he never met this girl. He claimed he had a mutual friend, and then you have to. This was the weirdest thing. Then on this girl's Facebook page, people were telling her, "Oh, don't do it. Don't get a boyfriend. You always do this." And then he winds up. Me and Nick, we were telling him that like you're crazy. And then,
that's what they were saying about her.
Yeah, and then 2 weeks later, Lucas, we find out that his mom caught Andrew masturbating to this girl. I hope he doesn't get a picture of you, Lucas. And
no, you fucking perv.
All right. So wait a minute. So hold on. So Andrew, now from the homeless people, he's like, all right, Lucas, I'll show you another great place. I'm going to show you the bathroom.
No.
He went to show me a restroom that was under construction, the men's restroom.
Oh, that one at Amtrak, yeah.
Well, why? Andrew, why? What's so? What do you like? The project manager?
I'll tell you the story. I'll tell you the story on why I took Lucas over there. So the story was, I'll quickly go into it.
What did you want to show him? What did you want to show him in the bathroom?
Nothing.
That's a little creepy.
Can I just explain myself? You're not letting me.
I want you to just tell us why you wanted to show him. What were you so excited to show Lucas?
Well, if I can collect my thoughts here. So if you remember the old host of the show, John Thomas, John and I used to go to a pizzeria every other week on 8th Avenue called Amadeus. And what I liked about the Amtrak area was there was a bathroom area where I took the E train every week. So what happened was...
Oh, and it's a clean bathroom?
Oh, Frank, you should have been there 2 years ago. It was a complete fucking dump. And now, the people complained, the Amtrak customers, they complained, and now, I think for about a month or two, they've been renovating the bathroom. And the worst part is, Track 18's out.
Yeah, wait until the homeless people... All right, but Andrew, don't you think it's a little creepy and weird? You're meeting someone in person for the first time, and you're bringing them to a bathroom.
We didn't go in the bathroom.
Yeah, but I'm saying, don't you think it's weird though? Like to ask somebody that, like you just met them, like. I
wanted to know if it was done yet.
But I don't know. So what happened?
You haven't heard anything yet. This gets even better. So
very quickly.
Yeah. So after the spot, after we're looking at the restroom that's under construction from the outside, there's a person that walks by us.
Now hold on. When he brings you to the bathroom, like what are you thinking? Like,
well, at this point, I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm scared of who, Andrew?
Yeah, Andrew. I guess people around me. I don't know.
Like, what do you think? Like, yes, you got to say like this guy's bringing me to the bathroom. Like, is this guy like?
Is he serious?
Yeah, is he like? He sounds like a fruity perv.
No, I don't.
Andrew, do you realize? Andrew, do you know that people? There's like homeless guys and junkies that hang around at the Penn Station bathrooms that jerk off guys in the bathroom for money.
I've never seen that there.
Yeah, but it happens. It happens. They give people bring. There's for $20. Some guy will jerk you off in the bathroom.
What?
Yeah.
I've never seen that happen before.
Because you don't know about it. But that's the very thing. People, there's like young.
Oh, trust me. If I saw that, I would have told Lucas, "Come on, let's get out of here." I would have told him that.
Yeah, but don't you know about these things?
No.
I obviously not. And Lucas, what are you thinking? I mean, like, what is this guy gonna do? Like, is he like Andrew? Did you say I have to go to the bathroom or like?
No, I was just showing him that Amtrak's finally doing the right thing, and they're finally.
Why would Lucas care?
Because it pisses me off that place was a dump.
Sorry, Lucas. What happened? So now this guy, I bet your heart is racing and you're sweating.
Yeah, it was definitely fucking hot in there. Okay.
Are you thinking like how am I going to get out of here? Like how do I?
Yeah. Well. Oh yeah. That's another thing. We're so far away from the entrance at this point that I don't even remember how the hell we got in. So. But yeah. Anyway, back to the story. With this person. They're trying to use a restroom. They see that the men's restroom is under construction, so they're trying to find out where else can they go use a restroom within Penn Station. Some employee that works there gives them instructions to go upstairs, and then Andrew decides to tell the customer, the person, "Yeah, I feel your pain. Trust me. Okay, yeah, there's a bathroom upstairs. You can go straight upstairs." He's saying it loudly.
And what's the person doing? Like, as Andrew's telling him this,
he's just like, "Oh, thank you," and he's trying to walk away as soon as possible.
Yeah, he's like, "This guy's a nut." Like, yeah. So, Andrew, what, you became the Amtrak representative. Yeah, you were
Amtrak Acela. What do you think? Your bathroom experience a living hell.
Yeah, Andrew became the Amtrak bathroom tour guide. But look, have you ever seen any of his YouTube videos, Lucas?
I've seen the most recent ones. About the last 4 of them, they were hilarious.
Yeah, in a way they are. They're very, and I gotta
say, especially the one where Andrew complains and rants about waiting for 15 minutes, I think, for a bus.
But I gotta give it to Andrew. He's almost. Andrew, do you have 700 subscribers already?
Almost 700 people are paying attention.
He gets subscribers. I gotta give it to the guy. Listen, I was the one who I'm one of Andrew's biggest fans. That's why he did it. But all right. So anyway, move along. So all right. So you gotta say like I gotta Andrew Lucas. You make excuses and say look I gotta get out of here. Like I gotta go home or whatever.
No, actually, surprisingly enough, we both agreed. That it was time to go.
It was creepy.
Well, no, Andrew said he had to get back because he wanted to beat traffic because he always has traffic with the MTA. So he's like, "Oh, I got to get out of here before some bus." I think it was a bus that you said was going to be on delay.
Yeah, the 158 came on time, but the 152 to Queensboro didn't show up.
So, what do? You hang around like the MTA all day, like and. What do you travel the MTA doing investigative reporting?
So I do it once a week.
All right, that's not bad. So I mean, Lucas.
Today I really didn't do it because today I was on the Upper East Side, just walking. There's a walkway by the FDR Drive. If you've ever been on it, Frank.
Maybe
I walked from East 86th Street to 72nd Street today.
Okay.
It was a very good walk.
All right, so listen, Lucas. So I mean, I don't know. It's creepy. When I heard this, I had to bring you on to explain it because.
Yeah, in the end, I showed him the West End. I saw a couple weeks ago online. First of all, the West End was introduced to me by another friend who gave me the Grand Tour of Penn Station before, and that's how I know the Grand Tour.
All right. I'm creeped out.
The ceiling is leaking. The thing opened last year.
Hey, Lucas, are you gonna have lunch with Andrew anytime?
It'll most likely have to be when I'm free and when I'm able to do it. But as long as there's no more train station tours.
Yeah, but what if he brings?
Don't worry, there won't be.
What if he brings you to like some other weird place?
Like what?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Like a strip club?
No, that wouldn't be a weird place. That'd be a cool place.
If it's women, how the hell would it be weird?
Oh, you mean gay club?
All right. We got to do the news. Do you want to stay for the news?
I can stick around for 5 more minutes for some news stuff.
Oh my God! All right. Oh well, just then. All right. So maybe you could come back and how about that?
All right, that sounds good too.
All right, Lucas. Thank you, and I'll get in touch with you during the week.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me on. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
That was very entertaining. I loved it.
You're very entertaining. That's why, like I said, I always wanted you to do this show.
Well, trust me. Don't worry, Frank. I will not give you the Grand Tour.
No, I wouldn't go there. You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me enough cash for me to come meet you in Manhattan during the day and walk around to Penn Station, the Amtrak.
You know what's crazy? Because of John, I basically got more familiar with Penn Station in like 2 years than any other time frame I got to know somebody else.
Right. Andrew, maybe you should start doing a YouTube series where you go on the train and you interview people. How about that?
I'm not doing that.
But you would have to like make them sign a waiver so they would so you could show them on your YouTube channel. Anyway, all right, let's get to the news. There's a lot of things going on.
I'm Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So that's what we wanted to lead off with, right?
Yeah, of course. And what would the news cycle, Andrew, be without more Donald Trump stuff? And now apparently Trump is starting to hit back against the fake news media. And when he says the fake news media, he means like CNN and MSNBC. I mean, people. When he says fake news, it's that news stories that these networks come up with based on somewhat real facts, but then they twist it and they start sensationalizing it. Like last weekend, remember we read that CNN has had Stormy Daniels' attorney. He's had Stormy Daniels' attorney on 59 times in less than a month. That's 2 months, and that's
right.
Once a day. Who cares about Stormy Daniels? They're just trying to get ratings. And there was a study done that 91% or 90% of all news stories done on President Trump are negative, which probably Obama was probably 80-20 positive to negative. I mean, the news media used to suck his feet and used to lick his toes. Now, Obama could do nothing wrong.
Kiss my ass!
They were in love with Obama. But now Trump says he might consider taking away credentials from certain reporters and so-called reporters and networks. And he suggested Wednesday that following the publication that showed the dramatic leftward tilt, it fell over, it tipped over. The Media Research Center, a conservative watchdog group, tracked the evening newscasts on ABC, CBS, NBC for the first 4 months of this year, found that more than 1,600 explicitly positive and negative statements about the president. So that means of all the adjectives about the president describing him, it was all mostly 90% was negative, and it is negative. Just look at Andrew. We always talk about the late night shows, right?
Yeah, they all suck.
Yeah, the late night talk shows are all now basically meant to be the Democrat, an extension of the Democrat left.
Frank, they suck. Late night TV is awful. I hate it.
I'll talk about something else. So anyway, Trump vented today saying the fake news is working overtime. Oh, this is the tweet. His tweet was this morning at 7:30.
By the way, thank goodness Cecilia Vega was not on the news tonight.
Yeah. I mean, really.
She's such a hack.
Listen, a lot of Americans are not. They already had woken up to it, but now even other people who were against Trump, now they're starting to see that Trump's really not that bad. He's not, and they're starting to see the bullshit in the media, and that came, of course, on the heels of the Kanye West.
I really think that Kanye opened up everyone's eyes.
No.
Very happy.
He opened up.
I'm very happy he's silent tonight.
No, he opened up a certain section of people, not everybody, because otherwise Trump
I like how he said 3 foot is good.
Yeah, duh. But he opened.
I like him for saying that. So Kanye is slowly, I'm not saying he has completely, he's slowly earning my respect back.
We'll see. We'll see. Excuse me. So anyway, Trump just reported. He said the fake news is working overtime, and he just reported, despite the tremendous success we are having with the economy and all things else, 91% of the network news about me is negative. And then he said fake. Why do we work so
news?
Yeah, why do we work so hard in working with the media when it is corrupt? Take away credentials. He's right. Why? I mean, you ever see some of those press conferences with Sarah Sanders, and they just ask.
Oh, I could tell how uncomfortable she is.
Yeah, because they ask her the stupidest questions, and then when she gives an answer,
I'll be honest. I don't think she even wants to do the Bailey press briefing.
No, it's a job. It's a job. She wants to do it, but she gets annoyed when she gives a clear answer, and they're not happy with it, and they just keep the same report.
Doesn't it make her angry every day?
Of course, Andrew. It's part of her job. That's why the other guy, Sean Spicer, got fired. He couldn't take it. He wasn't ready for those.
Oh, Sean Spicer. I don't like Sean Spicer.
Well, he wasn't ready for it. But Sarah Sanders, she is tough enough to handle them, and I like that she's a woman, and they can't really make fun of her they can't treat her the way they would a man, let's say. But it's true. You ever hear like that idiot from CNN? What's his name? Jim Acosta.
Oh, what about Brian Stelter?
Yeah. But Jim Acosta, I think he's the White House.
Right. This is the best way to describe CNN.
This is CNN. Most trusted name in news.
You hear it?
Yeah, CNN's they're hardly a news network. But I mean, when he stays, he always sits in the front row and he asks a question and then he gets a clear answer and then he acts like he didn't understand or he keeps trying.
Trust me, I don't watch CNN unless I'm looking for election coverage just to see how libtard they act.
Right. But this guy, when Sarah Sanders gives him a clear answer, he'll pretend like he didn't understand it or he wants to dig more. And
Frank, I just realized something. Let's say the Republicans keep the House and Senate. Well, you think they'll act full SJW if that happens?
Say it again. If they keep the House, what?
The Republicans keep both houses of Congress. Like, is it going to make CNN act full social justice warrior?
Yeah, listen, this is not going to stop until Trump is out of office. I don't know. Or unless there's a seismic shift in the public that either stops caring about all these Trump stories, or once they start losing ratings.
I don't even think the public even cares about Trump that much.
Yeah, listen, no, because it's getting. Listen, the people are getting numb to these stories. Every day, every week, there's a news story, and it's been a year and a half now.
You know what's stupid? Don Lemon last night, you know what he does? He leads off with another story about Russian collusion.
Yes.
Stop
He's an ass clown. And did you hear that CNN in 2020 they're not going to cover
Russian collusion?
They announced that they're not going to cover Trump during the 2020 election.
Wait, who's not going to cover Trump?
No, Don Lemon announced that CNN isn't going to cover Trump and election. So they're basically.
Oh no! You got to be kidding me! This is fake news.
Basically, that means that CNN is admitting, and they're announcing that they're going to campaign for the Democrat candidate in 2020. That's they are. Listen, I hope that Trump is going to win in 2020, whether they like it or not. Because who are they going to?
Listen, I'll let the I'll let the democratic process play itself out, no matter what happens.
Who are they going to run against him? Then there's nobody. Listen, Trump now, when 2020 comes, that election year, we saw how great he is at campaigning, and he'll be 4 years smarter, 4 years more experienced as president of politics. He'll be even better.
Well, right now he's keeping his promises.
Yeah. There'll be nobody there to go up against him. And what are they going to say about Trump? What are they going to say? I mean, I don't understand. What did he cut? What are they going to say? That he canceled the Iran nuclear deal? What are they going to say?
He's the most pro-Israel president of all time.
Yeah. Whatever. it's bad, and that's why the Democrats and the people behind the scenes, that's why they are so desperate, because they know they have nothing.
I don't want to hear any more about, Trump's bad, bad.
You can say that about any president.
I have a problem with the way he acts, but at least he's doing his job.
I think when in 2020, if he gets reelected again, I think we're going to see a different version of Trump, because then he won't really listen. The second term is different, because in the second term, that's it. You're not going to be eligible to run for president again, and in the second term, it's sort of like a farewell tour.
Right.
So they can. He won't be so defensive. What he will do.
Can I be honest? Should I really be fearing 4 more years of Trump? Honestly, no.
Why would you?
I would be prepared to handle it.
Why would you?
I wouldn't. I'm not. I'm just saying I should be.
Let me ask you a question.
Be grateful to Donald Trump.
Has anything changed in your life or your family's life in the last year and a half that's very bad since Trump took office?
Honestly, no.
Okay. Has anything improved?
It's still the same.
You can't. All right. So yeah, because right now, all the changes that Trump has made, which basically
honestly, I've noticed more changes under Governor Andrew Cuomo. I will admit that.
Because it's more states. But all Trump has done is just reverse all of Obama's actions. That's all it is. And it's going to take a while. The economy is going to, even though it is on the upswing, it's going to take a while for the little guy to see the fruits of fruition. They just did the tax cuts this year.
I'm hoping this will continue.
Yeah, they just did the tax cuts just a few months ago. It takes a while for all these for all this to take effect. The economy is going
again. The Democrats are the obstructionists. They're getting involved. Stop it.
So anyway, that's that. But see,
Pelosi belongs in a nursing home.
Then the fake news, they'll never report, or if they do report, it'll be 30 seconds of anything good that happened. Where were they? Remember last year they were talking about Trump and North Korea, that he's unstable. Remember that Trump's unstable. He's going to cause World War III. And remember the news was even
not cause World War III.
I know. Remember the CNN was even taking the side of Kim Jong-un. They're saying that Kim Jong-un has a more calmer demeanor, temperament than Trump. I remember that. And now look what happened.
Trump might make world peace.
Yeah, and look what happened. He ended the war, the Korean War. That was still officially. They were at war. He got them to meet. He's Mike Pompeo, Secretary of State, met with Kim Jong-un.
I'm very happy with Pompeo. He's doing a great job.
And today, 3 Americans who were imprisoned in North Korea are on the way home.
Coming home at 2:00 in the morning. It's amazing.
President Trump today thanked Kim Jong-un for freeing 3 Americans imprisoned under the North Korea regime. Look at that. Look at that. Who were the other 4 people? Remember the basketball players?
Right.
Who was that? Lonzo Ball's brother?
Yeah, here we go. In April 2018, the leaders of North and South Korea met at the demilitarized zone and agreed to sign a treaty by the end of this year to formally end the Korean War.
Yeah, that was from the 1950s. They never ended the war. So the Americans are on their way back and landed safely in Japan this morning alongside Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. So Secretary of State Mike Pompeo
Wasn't Mike Pompeo the leader of the CIA?
Yeah, former. But they flew back on the same plane, and Trump said, "I appreciate Kim Jong-un for doing this." As he convened his cabinet. Remember, just 6 months ago, he was calling Kim Jong-un Rocket Man.
Little Rocket Man is on a mission.
Yeah, remember? And I told you, Andrew. What did I tell you? I told you that was a propaganda war, right? Did I tell you that?
So what made Trump I'm trying to figure this out.
What happened?
How did Trump even able to make all this happen?
Listen, because it's called back channels. They communicate through back channels, meaning in secrets, private. The politicians and the ambassadors and the Trump.
Oh, okay. Mike Pompeo also was a congressman.
Yeah, it's nothing new. All countries talk to each other through back channels, And they talk. They talk like we're
But
talking.
remember when Bill Clinton made a deal with the North Koreans that
it's bad. All prior presidents have pacified North Korea by giving them money and lifting a sanction if they promise not to build a weapon or be aggressive. But that only works in the short term. It doesn't work in the long term. So who knows what Trump did? He talked in the back channels, and one of Trump's greatest strengths is that he's a negotiator, right? He wrote the art of the deal. He knows how to talk.
I wrote the art of the deal.
Yeah, but listen, you can make fun of him all you want. The guy gets things done. He gets things done.
Right.
So who knows? Maybe through back channels, maybe he talked some sense to this guy and said, "Listen, just think about it. If you decide to shoot a missile, you're dead. You have no options." And he said, "But however, if you decide to cooperate, you could make a lot of money. A lot of doors could open for your country." And maybe Kim Jong-un thought about it one night and said, "Listen, I'm a young guy. What the fuck am I doing? Why am I carrying on this old war? My grandfather, my father. Let me just make peace." And I mean, only an idiot would keep making war. And Kim Jong-un is not crazy. He's not crazy.
He isn't crazy.
No. Excuse me. So Andrew,
here we go. Kim Il-sung, 1972, 1990. This is the guy I was talking about.
What's that?
Isn't this the guy who tried making a deal with Bill Clinton?
No, that was his father.
Kim Jong-il?
Yeah. That guy was a fucking maniac. Anyway, but my point is, Trump, you will never hear this on the news. And if they do, they'll talk about it for 30 seconds. This story should be nonstop. They should have a breaking coverage tonight on the story when the prisoners land. Tomorrow morning, they should have a press conference about these 3 prisoners. They should have a celebration. They should be celebrating.
Yeah, but my problem is they've been in a heavy North Korean security. Okay, they've been tortured. I mean, aren't they going to feel lightheaded or something?
Well, whatever, Andrew. They don't have to have the press conference tomorrow morning. They can have it another day. But when they do, it should be covered by all the networks. It should be a big thing. But
right.
Of course it won't.
Right.
So the president offered that it will not be held. Oh, I'm sorry. And with the prisoners released, then Trump announced that the location of the upcoming nuclear disarmament summit with Kim would be revealed in 3 days.
Right. So basically, Trump said, "Well, you wait and see. We will make an announcement regarding the meeting with Kim Jong."
Right. So so North Korea is gonna announce that they're gonna not pursue any nuclear weapons. Listen, if Trump was talking to them, North Korea was always afraid that the United States would invade them. They think that we're gonna invade them. We're not gonna invade them because there's nothing there. And even if we do invade them and throw Kim Jong-un out of office, what do we do then? That's why when people said we're gonna have a war with North Korea, and then what? We'll beat them in 2 hours. We'll destroy their whole country in 2 hours. And then what? Then who's going to run North Korea? You understand?
No one's going to run North Korea because everyone will be dead.
Right. And but somebody worse could come up. I mean, Andrew, didn't we learn in Iraq and Libya, whenever we take dictators out of their countries, something worse happens. ISIS
took down Saddam Hussein.
Yes, Saddam Hussein. And what about in Libya, Gaddafi? Libya was a happening place. That country was thriving, and then we'll look at it now.
What's happening in Libya?
Andrew, you don't know what's happening in Libya. It's a fuck. ISIS runs the place. There's slavery. There's people getting sold into slavery.
Then why is Venezuela blaming us for the hunger problem they're facing?
Yeah, because they're commies. Because we put sanctions on them. But anyway, we're not talking about them. Anyway, Trump said this morning on Twitter that Pompeo had secured the release of the 3 Americans imprisoned by the regime and promised to greet them personally when they got home to the U.S. in the middle of the night. Look at the president is going to greet these people personally at 2 a.m. when the plane lands.
That's good.
Yeah. He added in the second tweet that Secretary Pompeo and his guests will be landing at Andrews Air Force Base at 2 a.m. I will be there to greet him. Very exciting. Big things.
I think
things.
Trump should be sleeping now and then somebody wakes him up at like 1 o'clock. They tell him,
Of course.
Mr. President, you have to wake up. You're meeting the people.
I don't think Trump sleeps that much. I think he probably sleeps like a few hours a day because he definitely watches TV all night and then tweets about it in the morning. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to other things.
And remember how long he was on Fox and Friends a couple weeks ago?
Yes, Andrew. All right, let's move on.
That was a very lengthy interview.
I'm sure it was. Let's move on. Andrew, you know about Chris Brown, right? The singer, the rapper, whatever the hell he is.
Chris Breezy.
Yes, Chris Breezy. So there was another unidentified woman that claimed singer Chris Brown trapped her in the bedroom of his Los Angeles mansion during a drug-fueled orgy last year, and that one of his friends repeatedly raped her in a sexual battery. And
he probably made her give her head.
Not him, his friend. In a sexual battery and gender violence lawsuit filed Wednesday, the woman claimed Brown orchestrated the horrific assault when he ordered someone to push a couch in front of the bedroom door and block it, and began playing loud, deafening music and pornography to create a hypersexualized environment in the sealed bedroom. The woman said she stated out loud that she wanted to leave and would not consent to any sex, but that a woman in the group violently grabbed her throat and forced her to perform oral sex on a man identified as Lowell Grissom Jr., a musician-producer who goes by the name of Young Low.
Oh, God.
Now, I don't understand this. The plaintiff claims Grissom eventually removed the couch from the door and followed her around Brown's mansion, raping her twice. These are very, very serious allegations.
So they're accusing Chris Brown of rape?
Him. He was involved, but it's more of Young Low.
Low. Okay.
Now listen to this. See, now I haven't read this article, but I was saying this sounds very. Even though we have to take the claims, accusations seriously, it sounds very, very fake and very, very wishy-washy.
I hope it's fake.
It sounds weird. Like listen, see, you got to listen when you read. You got to listen. You got to look for clues. She said that they created a hypersexualized environment in the sealed bedroom, and then listen to this. The woman.
Oh boy!
Listen, Andrew. Listen. Then it says the woman said she stated out loud that she wanted to leave and would not consent to any sex.
So she wouldn't consent to giving head.
Yeah. Why did they write that in this article? That she said out loud that she wanted to leave. Why? Because there was the music. Maybe it could be construed that they didn't hear her. It's very, very fishy. And guess what? The plaintiff said, hold on, I lost my place. Hold on. The plaintiff said the naked woman, identified only as Doe X, also sat on her face, using her legs to pin the plaintiff down while forcing the plaintiff to perform oral sex on her. And you know who? She said these are very, very serious allegations. The plaintiff's lawyer. Guess who the lawyer is, Andrew?
Who's the lawyer?
Gloria Allred.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
She is the feminist lawyer. Listen, whenever you see her involved, it's probably fake, it's probably suspicious, and it's probably for money. And I don't trust it.
Gloria, who? Allred?
Yeah, and then she also has a daughter. Her daughter's even worse.
Who's her daughter?
Look it up.
Okay, Lisa Bloom.
I don't know. Look it up. Google Gloria Allred, and then you look it up. But
Lisa Bloom.
Yeah, she's another feminazi who's remember she was the one who was the guy that from down south, Andrew. Remember that she was presenting the young girl who said that the guy signed her yearbook when she was 16 years old. Remember that?
Oh, you mean the Roy Moore thing?
Yeah. And then she actually, then when it was announced and discovered that the signature was forged, she came out and said, "Oh, it doesn't matter." I mean, come on, I don't.
Come on, it's bullshit.
Yeah. So all right, we're almost out of time, but we still got a few times. And then next is we'll move on. Amazon is showing what it's like to have a home.
Schneiderman.
Yeah. Amazon.
Oh, we're not going to talk about him.
No, Amazon is showing what it's completely like to have your home completely controlled by Alexa. So, Andrew, look, at the top of the hour, we talked about Google AI. And
I don't want to have anything controlled by robotics.
And now Amazon is going to show you Alexa. Remember, Andrew, a couple weeks ago, we played the clip of asking Alexa if she works for the CIA?
Right.
And what did Alexa say? Do you remember?
Alexa didn't know anything.
Yeah, she Yeah, she piped down. She played stupid.
Yeah, she clammed up.
It's really sickening. Why would
Oh my God!
Why would anybody put one of these things in your house? It's creepy. So the company announced Wednesday is partnering with home builder Lennar to create Amazon Experience Centers model homes containing built-in Alexa-controlled appliances in hopes of persuading homeowners and home buyers to embed Amazon services in the house. So Alexa's going to control your stove, your refrigerator, your air conditioning, your
my
lights, your central air. Now imagine if it got hacked, right? What if it got hacked and it shut your refrigerator off, or your food goes bad, it turns on your stove in the middle of the night.
That would be a catastrophe.
It turns on the heat in the middle of the summer to make you sweat and torture you.
No.
The CIA?
The Central Intelligence Agency, the civilian foreign intelligence service of the U.S. government, tasked with gathering, processing, and analyzing national security information from around the world, primarily through the use of human intelligence.
Alexa, are you connected to the CIA?
No, I work for Amazon.
Alexa, does Amazon work for the CIA? Alexa, does Amazon work for the CIA?
Yeah. What's the matter? The cat got your tongue, Alexa?
Alexa, do you know what we're saying to you?
Yeah. So that's that. And then, Andrew, the last story, have you been reading about Hawaii? All the volcanoes in Hawaii?
Oh, yeah. I heard that they issued a new warning.
Yeah. So much for climate change, right? Climate change. There is no climate change. Tell that to the people of Hawaii right now about climate change.
Well, I mean, we are having weird weather patterns in New York.
Global warming. Get lost.
What?
This planet, Andrew, will spit us up. And will spit us up, chew us up, and spit us up, and spit us out. The climate change. The world.
There's no global warming, but we have to be alarmed with these weird weather patterns.
Yeah, okay. The weird weather patterns. What? Are we having? Do you have snow in August?
No.
Oh, what's weird? Well, one day it's 85. The next day.
Explain to me how in early May it hit 90 degrees in New York. That's not normal.
It's average. Why? Yes, it is. It's the
No, it's not. It's supposed to be 67.
On the average. Do you understand what average is? Do you understand what an average is?
Yes.
Okay. On the average.
Frank, we're losing time. At EACC34 for Frank on Twitter. At Andy's randomness. So, Frank, make your last point.
No, my last point is thank you for watching. Thank Lucas for calling in. We'll have him on next week, maybe. Thank you, everybody. Tune in next week live, 8 to 9 on UCY TV. Have a great weekend. God bless and Godspeed. Good night.
And remember,
This is CNN, the most trusted name
don't like CNN. Bye, everyone.
Alexa, does Amazon work for the CIA? Huh, interesting.
That computer's stupid.
These round of questions get to that one that goes straight to the point. She don't even say she don't understand the question.